Hi, Julie. So I have an older spreadsheet here from 2017 season. Um, Basically, what I did was I just gave each block a row here, and so it's pretty much just like all the other planting spreadsheets. So I just use your planting spreadsheets to fill out pretty much anything that's not the species mix, because that should be filled out on its own, and the required allotted difference, that should be calculated on its own. This is so laggy. So these should be on its own, but you can put the comments in here or you can put them in later, it's up to you. But yeah, just fill out all this stuff with the area, elevation, planting density. You should be able to copy and paste it from another file. Now for each block, it's important to have, up here I've put all the different request keys with the species, seed lot, elevation, and the plug size there. So basically for each block, put down however many, so it's just like the planting spreadsheet. Just make sure that there's zeros in anything that doesn't have anything planted in it, because the functions and the macro that is used here aren't going to work if there's, for example, a space. It should work if it's a blank cell, but sometimes Brenda accidentally puts spaces in there, so just make sure there's zeros. So when all that is filled out, just go to the right side of the, go to like EK 100 or so, 110. So this is where the, this is awfully laggy. This is where the label is here. So what you're going to have to make sure that this is a macro enabled spreadsheet. So if this says the macros have been disabled, you have to enable that. And then so basically what you do is you type in the row, so whatever on this is the block that you want is in. So I know this starts at like 13 or something. So in row 13 there's block 1071. So I just type in 13 and then it should auto-populate everything else here. But what you will notice is that these aren't right, the actual species breakdown, and that's because this macro basically just hides different rows that have 0 in them. So if before you can make the label, what you have to do is go view, macros, and then run this HU rows. So that will hide the rows that have 0 in them. It might take a little bit to run. Just because I'm on video, it seems to run a lot slower. But you can see it auto-populating here. I know there's got to be a better way to do this. There's got to be like a program I can write. I'm just not a good programmer or anything that you could do all this without having to be in Excel. But this is what we got. So after that's done, which is not yet, and what you're going to need to do is select this whole box, basically everything that you see that you want to be in the label. And then you're going to have to, but only you want to select the cells that are visible. You don't want to select the hidden cells. And I guess I'll show you how to do that once this finishes running. It should be, if it's not on video, it runs in seconds. I don't know what's up with this. Okay, so that looks like it's done. So I'm going to highlight all this, and I'm going to hit home, and here there should be find and select, and then you go to special, and you say visible cells only. That'll select only the visible cells here. Then you can copy it, and then I just go to a different page or something where you can keep these and paste it. Oh, that didn't paste with the formatting. And I paste with the formatting, show up like that. And in here, so this is basically your planting level. You can print this out later, and you can sort of adjust some various things in here. When there's a block with more than one stratum, so basically in this sheet, it is in more than one row, so say row 13 and row 14, I just do them separately, and then later on I would combine them. So basically I just do this, and oh, actually, you know what you're going to have to do, Julie, is you're going to have to make sure that you go, when you paste, you're going to have to paste, no, it should actually paste the values on its own. So never mind, don't worry about that. But yeah, when there's more than one, then I would just make two labels, and then basically what I would do is, here's one that had two different labels, so I just have this, and then I just copy in the second stratum, just copy that in, sort of cut and paste style. Should be pretty easy. Anyway, let me know if you have any problems doing that.